All right, good evening, everyone. I'd like to start this year's presentation. Food will still be coming around. There'll still be sliders. Just during the presentation, if you could just quietly, if you want food or a drink, come up to the stations. Okay, I'm pretty loud to begin with, but I'd like to welcome everyone. Where's someone that works here? All right, can you hear me? I'm pretty loud. Those people that know me know I'm not quiet. My name is Marge Costa. I'm the Executive Director of the Norwalk Education Foundation. And I'd like to welcome all of you to the sixth annual and fifth annual Excellence in Education and Educational Support. I feel a buzz in the air this year. I mean, we had an event last year, but it was still kind of COVID time. And it's just so nice that we're finally all back together and celebrating, and COVID's officially been declared over. So very excited for tonight's celebration. The celebration, we are honoring those individuals who were selected to represent their schools during this academic year. I think it's really a time to celebrate the wonderful and dedicated teachers and support staff that we have in the Norwalk Public Schools. You've been put to the test the last 3 years, and you've come out ahead, and so have your students. So a big thank you for what all of you have done for this district. Yeah, give yourself a hand. I would like to thank the Norwalk Public Schools and the Norwalk Federation of Teachers for their support and help during the application process. I'd particularly like to thank Nick Dua, who's the Director of Communications and Marketing, and his staff, Emily and JD. I don't know where JD is, but he's here somewhere. I'd also like to thank the Human Resources and Talent Department at Norwalk Public Schools, and Mary Jordan, the President of the Norwalk Federation of Teachers, and a very special thank you to our Superintendent, Dr. Alex Estrella. This event would not be possible without all of you, too. We do have some Board of Ed members here. If you want to just raise your hand or stand up, or where are my board? I checked you in. I know you're here somewhere. Thank you for coming and supporting our schools. Lastly, I'd like to acknowledge my NEF board. Anyone who bought a bar ticket, those are two of my NEF board members, Kelly and Linda. And then I have Katie and Donna, and Roz McCarthy just left. But Roz said she had a ball catching up with all of you. My board is really terrific. They devote a lot of time and energy to help support the district, parents, students, and teachers. I'd now like to introduce our mayor for a few remarks, Harry Rilling.
Thank you. I don't think this is working, but I hope you can hear me. Have you ever seen a more beautiful view? The only way this would be better if that big boat out there was mine. But I want to say thank you to everybody for what you do. What a way to wind down the year. Saying thank you to those who make education possible in Norwalk. You know, every year I would go to the convocation for teachers at the beginning of the year. And they'd walk in and I'd say, thank you for what you do. And to a person, their answer was, we do it because we love it. Yes. And it's so true. You give your heart, you give your soul, you give your knowledge, and you take our young students and you help them, guide them into life. And the support staff, it would not be possible without the cafeteria workers, the support staff, the paras, and everybody, again, who contributes to the education of our children. So, as I said, congratulations to everyone. Congratulations to all the awardees. And thank you for what you do for the city of Norwalk. God bless.
Thank you, Mayor. I'm told we're getting new batteries for the microphone, so we'll be back in business. I'd now like to introduce our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Alexandra Estrella.
Luckily, I've had practice with my cafeteria voice. Can you hear me back there? Thumbs up? Oh, wonderful. So welcome everyone to this very special event. I've had the privilege this evening to engage with many of you and celebrate with you this very important event. I hope that you're not only enjoying yourself, but you're taking advantage of the beautiful scenery that we are surrounded by this evening. And I cannot be happier with this amazing turnout. I love seeing so many of you come out to support each other and to celebrate the wonderful accomplishments of those that we're celebrating today. I first want to take a moment to thank our partners this evening, the Norwalk Education Foundation, led by the executive direction of Margie Costa, and the Norwalk Federation of Teachers, led by Mary Jordan. Thank you for the support in making this event possible. I'd also like to thank the Shore and Country Club for hosting our event. Every year I come here, I am mesmerized not only by seeing all of you, but enjoying the beautiful views that comprise of this beautiful place that we call our home, Norwalk. We all work tirelessly throughout the year to ensure that our scholars are given the best possible education, and we don't take any time to appreciate the incredible work that you all do every day to provide our scholars the supports that they need to accomplish the great dreams and aspirations that they have. So today is the night that we come together to celebrate the great things that we do for our children. I am proud that we can come together in ways like this to celebrate not only each other's accomplishments, but to also have a moment with family and friends to talk about the great things that are happening, to reconnect. I saw many of you reconnecting with people that you haven't spoken in a while. And I think that is very important to build the village that we are for our children. And I also want to thank you for the work that you do in making sure that our district and our students, and most importantly, the families that we are supporting, have what they need. I hope that this gathering helps you enjoy and celebrate the great accomplishments today, and that this is one of many more celebrations to come. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Estrella. I'm now going to butcher it. I'd now like to introduce Mary Jordan, the President, Norwalk Federation of Teachers.
Thank you, everybody. It's such a joy to see you here tonight, and thank you to the Norwalk Education Foundation for all of your efforts to continually raise up the schools and celebrate us in this way. We're so delighted to be here. We don't do the work alone. We may be honoring a person tonight from a school, and I hope you each have a team to celebrate you tonight. And I see all of the paras, the secretaries, the administrators of different ranks. We all come together when it matters. And it matters no more than it does this year. Our kids need us. And we have differences, but we all come together when it matters. We come together for the kids. Tonight, who's missing? The children aren't missing. They're not here, but they are what links us. That's what's absent here tonight. Thank goodness, because we wouldn't be enjoying ourselves quite so. And I'm sure we wouldn't have these nice clothes because we have to get down on our knees sometimes to talk to these little people. But it is a night to celebrate all of you and each of you, especially those who are being honored and celebrated, named by their peers, recognized by the school governance councils and the other processes that have led you here tonight. And I thank for everybody who's coming out to support the honorees.
Thank you, Mary. Now on to the presentation of awards. It's important to note that Mary just mentioned that the teachers we are honoring here tonight were selected by their peers through a process that began in February of 2023. The support staff being recognized were nominated by teachers, staff, parents, students, and community members. All nominations were then presented to the school governance councils who made the final selection. Honorees, you're going to be called up by your school, starting with high school. I will be calling up the 2 nominees for certified teacher and for support. You'll make your way up here. I will read a little bit about you and why you were selected, and you will have your photo taken and be presented with a plaque. So, on with the award ceremony. The first school we are recognizing is Brian McMahon High School. Can Heather Martin and Ashley Labrador please come up to the podium?
Can we call the cheerleaders up?
Pardon me? Sure.
Okay. Cheerleaders of this group here, can you come up?
I'm going to start reading first a little bit about Heather Martin, who's a social worker, IEP compliance officer, Success Program. Heather is the compliance monitor of Brian McMahon High School. This means that not only is she responsible for maintaining fidelity with our legal work, but she is responsible for being the go-to person for all special education teachers. She has been supportive, thorough, reliable, and truly kind when navigating this difficult work. Heather is able to work in her classroom, handle difficult cases, and help teachers all at the same time. She is a master of her craft and has truly been the rock of the special education department. Your school says, Heather, thank you for your dedication. Our support nominee is Ashley Labrador. She's the athletic trainer at Brian McMahon High School. Ashley is a remarkable athletic trainer, and the Brian McMahon athletics program would not be the same without her. Ashley plays an incredibly important part as our trainer. She is known to go above and beyond for all of the school's athletes. She has developed great relationships with the athletes, and she always assures that every individual receives the attention that is needed. She is enthusiastic, caring, compassionate, and a dedicated professional. Your school says we are thank you for everything you do. I'd now like to call up Keiko Sigmund, who is representing the Center for Global Studies.
Does Keiko have cheerleaders?
Yeah.
Can we come?
Absolutely.
This is what people say about Keiko. Keiko has had a long and dedicated career to her students, in which she has created a robust program of Japanese language and cultural studies at the Center for Global Studies. She works diligently and meticulously to plan study tours and give students the incredible opportunity to learn while abroad, helping our next generations understand a culture other than their own and thus be kinder and more reflective citizens of the world. The energy and passion Keiko has for teaching is admirable and is a model for all of us. Her dedication to her courses, her endless energy and passion, and her creativity and international mindedness makes her deserving of the world. In short, she is a CGS legend. Moving on now to Norwalk High School. Can I please? May I please have Julie Robinson and Maria Shikatana, my good friend, come up.
It's okay. We're more than married. I think you guys should get in the front.
side in the back.
Come over on this side.
Ready?
I'm going to start with Julie's write-up. Respected, respectful, kind, optimistic, outgoing, thoughtful, hardworking, and selfless. These are just a few words to describe the dynamic and incredible Julie Robeson. Julie started her career as a math teacher at Norwalk High School in 2010. After graduating Norwalk High School in 2005, she attended Quinnipiac University. Since her hiring in 2010, she has taught a variety of math classes, including honors, pre-calc, stats, and algebra, all those fun classes that kids just love going to. Julie's organization and planning is evident in her engaging instruction and her deep desire to support each and every one of her students. Julie can often be seen staying after school, providing extra help and tutoring. She can also be seen with her students in the hallways, working in groups and rotating around stations. She knows how important it is to get the students up and moving throughout our 90-minute periods and to teach today's teenagers in unique and creative ways. Julie exerts considerable effort and energy both inside and outside of the classroom. She can also often be found staying late into the evening for school events and functions. Julie is a dynamic and long-standing class advisor who enjoys planning activities, advocating for students, and providing wonderful memories of their high school experience. She stops at nothing to organize proms, dances, senior trips to lake compounds, fundraisers as local businesses, spirit wear t-shirts, and she has served as a class advisor for 4 of the classes recently at Norwalk High School. She's an extraordinary teacher and individuals. Her colleagues reference her selfless work and willingness to continually go above and beyond the call of duty. This can be seen in Julie's new role as one of the 2 co-planners for the school's Spirit Week and pep rallies. One of Julie's main goals in arriving at work each day is to make math accessible to all students and to also improve school spirit and student involvement. Because of this, she was the perfect choice to plan the pep rallies and Spirit Weeks. Her affinity for the school and the community of Norwalk is inspiring. She is a mother, wife, who is also a Norwalk staff member. Julie just doesn't commit to helping the Norwalk High School community. She also helps with her kids' sports, activities, and elementary school events. Julie's love of Norwalk and our schools is inspiring to say the least. And we can all say at Norwalk High that we look to Julie as inspiration for how to impact our students' life, both academically and socially. Now on to my good friend Maria Shikatano. A common phrase that reverberates from staff members at NHS is, I'll ask Maria. This term of endearment speaks to the influence and impact that Maria has had on our community, and as we know, we can always rely on her support and feedback. She is the epitome of professionalism, and her deliberate and efficient manner makes her an integral member of the NHS community. Dr. Moore often refers to Maria as the glue that binds us together. This is evidenced daily as Maria's day begins quite early, preparing and ensuring that we have class coverage throughout the building. We know this is quite an arduous and laborious task. Yet Maria executes this in all her multitudes of tasks in a thoughtful and consistent manner. The scope of Maria's influence transcends the main office, as she can often be seen selling tickets at an athletic event or competitions and coordinating components of school events such as graduation. Maria is the graduation queen. She's a woman of indomitable spirit and is immensely proud of her terrific family, and I believe 2 of her 3 children are up here now. All of her children, as well as her husband, are graduates of Norwalk High School, so that's pretty impressive. Maria is very proud of her Italian heritage, and the term for hard worker, and I'm going to butcher this, grand lavoratore, is certainly an applicable moniker to describe her. This industrious professional has served in her current role as principal secretary since 2015, and prior to that, she served with the World Language Department. She's also a proud Yukon grad, Husky alumni, class of 27, and this is befitting as Huskies are characterized for their energy, endurance, and personal nature, much like our friend and colleague Maria. Maria understands the significance of customer service as she is often the first to assist visitors with support or guiding the individuals or situation to resolution. Maria is a conduit to families through her informative weekly parents newsletter while supporting staff initiatives such as payroll and attendance tasks. No small feat. Congratulations, Maria, as your influence and unselfish nature has enriched the Norwalk High School community. You are genuinely appreciated. Moving on to P-Tech, may I have Deborah Costello and Rhea Gorman up front, please.
And their cheerleader.
I will start with Deborah Costello. Mrs. Costello serves the Norwalk Public Schools students in the capacity of a school council for P-Tech Norwalk. For Mrs. Costello, just as important as teaching the child's mind is teaching the child's heart and caring for their emotional well-being with grace and tact. Mrs. Costello's rapport with students proves that the social emotional well-being of a child is at the forefront of her interactions with children as she helps prepare them for life beyond high school. Throughout her tenure, Mrs. Costello has helped children in ways that cannot be described in a singular paragraph. She has left her imprint on thousands of students and impacted their lives in positive ways that will lead them to a prosperous and productive future. Mrs. Costello is committed, diligent, and focused on the overall well-being of her students and the entire P-Tech community. Everyone is privileged to work and learn from Mrs. Costello. Ms. Rhea Gorman has serviced Norwalk Public Schools students in the capacity of a P-Tech program coordinator for the past 2 years. For Ms. Gorman, just as important as teaching the child's mind is teaching the child's heart and caring for their emotional well-being with grace and tact. Ms. Gorman's rapport with students proves that the social-emotional well-being of a child is at the forefront of her interactions with children. Her ability to genuinely connect with her students and show them that she cares is an innate skill that cannot be taught. It is woven into the fabric of her character. Ms. Gorman is a major contributor at P-Tech, always willing to offer creative ideas and supports to ensure that children are exposed to opportunities that expand their potential and possibilities. Everyone at P-Tech is privileged to work with Ms. Rhea Gorman. Great, thank you. If I can move on now to middle school, Nathan Hale Middle School, will Phoebe Fallon and Bartolo Duarte head up to the front, and their cheerleaders. We're your cheerleaders. Nathan Hale.
There's a cheerleader. There's my name here.
Phoebe, this was written from your principal and vice principal. I've had the pleasure of working with and observing Ms. Fallon as a member of our science department. In the time I've observed her work, she has exhibited extraordinary talent, dedication, and commitment to our students, our school, and to the profession. Ms. Fallon knows her academic content and most importantly, her students. Each and every time I've had the privilege of observing her at work with the students, I can appreciate the considerable amount of time and energy dedicated to the design and delivery of her lesson plans. She ensures that all lessons are data-driven, student-centered, and tailored to maximize her students' learning experiences to meet their unique and individual needs. As a result, her students are regularly engaging in deep levels of cognition based on the study of content, concepts, and skills she ensures her students receive. Ms. Fallon is more than an educator. She is a child nurturer. She has been a Nathan Hale School community staple for the past 25 years. 31, well, I'm still 25. Her contribution goes beyond the classroom as she has been assisting families of Norwalk for over 20 years. Ms. Fallon's passion included being a school counselor before transitioning back into the classroom. The impact she has on student lives is unprecedented and cannot be replicated. I could not think of a more deserving recipient of this award than Ms. Phoebe Fallon. Now for Bartolo Duarte, who's the head of the custodial team. Since Bartolo and his team of Sonia and Roberto arrived, the school has never looked so amazing. Bartolo leads this dynamic trio. They are hardworking, friendly, and accommodating. It's amazing how much work gets done. The entire staff at Nathan Hale appreciates the efforts of Bartolo and his team. May I have from Ponus Ridge STEAM Academy, Jeff Copperhide and Nathaniel Howard to the podium, please.
I'm coming.
Wives are also invited.
I'll start with Jeff. Mr. Cooperhite serves as the building test coordinator for NWEA and SBAC, as well as providing in-depth training to staff so they are aware of test accommodations and modifications. Additionally, Mr. Cooperhite serves on the instructional leadership team and provides consistent and practical support for all the math teachers in the building. Jeff is a tireless worker, strong communicator, and does whatever he can to help students and the entire staff at Ponus. He brings a positive attitude to work every day, and his organization makes testing a much simpler process. From your principal, I cannot say enough about Mr. Cooperhite and what he means to our learning community. On to Nathaniel Howard. Mr. Howard has worked to help fundraise to improve the gym for all of our sports teams. He worked to help organize and create new Ponus gear. His dedication to improving the school is very much appreciated. The new gear is really nice and he is enjoyed by both the staff and the students. Mr. Howard also serves as the boys basketball coach, and although they had a tough season, they really worked hard together to be the best team they could be. Mr. Howard is a dedicated parent who puts Ponus first. Moving on to Road Middle School. May I have Tammy Miller-Haddock and Andy Polanco to the podium, please. And their cheerleaders. I'll start with Tammy. Mrs. Tammy Miller-Haddock has over 29 years of successful experience in meeting the academic and social emotional needs of students within Norwalk Public Schools. She is an enthusiastic teacher with an outstanding record in addition to being a grade level leader who facilitates grade level activities and meetings by working collaboratively with teachers, students, parents, and administrators. Mrs. Miller-Haddock prides herself in being excellent with classroom management by using a compassionate, analytical approach to addressing and solving problems through the use of social emotional learning and positive behavioral interventions support. Tammy is a focused and accomplished educator who unselfishly gives herself to students, faculties, and staff members, as well as parents. She is an asset to us, and we are so grateful for her sharing her positive influence and expertise with the Rhoton Middle School community. On to Andy Polanco. Mr. Polanco is Rhoton Middle School's parent coordinator. He is responsible for assisting students and families on a daily basis by accessing resources within the school community, the city of Norwalk, and beyond. Mr. Polanco coordinates visits between Rhoton's administration and the school's social worker to students' home to ensure parents are kept informed of their children's progress. He is truly an integral part of the school community. Rhoton says, "We are so very pleased and grateful to have Andy as part of the Rhoton Middle School community." On to West Rocks Middle School. May I have Joanna DeSerbo and Steve Browning to the podium, please. I'll start with Joanne. Joanne is part of the amazing counseling team at West Rocks Middle School. The team includes Mary Simone and Brian Amaya. Joanna and her team provide social and emotional support for all of the students and staff. This year was especially challenging with the loss of a teacher and staff family members. Joanna and the team teach small groups of SEL lessons, create student schedules, and maintain regular communication with families. West Rocks describes Joanna and the team as the glue that holds West Rocks together. On to Mr. Steve Browning. The cafeteria staff, led by Steve Browning, is positive and creates a welcoming atmosphere for students and teachers. Steve and his team take pride in their cooking, and many have said his team provides the best meals in the district. Steve and the team participate in community events like the Staff versus Students basketball game and the holiday party. Steve and his team also participated in raising awareness for breast cancer in October and autism in April. Congratulations to everyone. Emily? What did I say? I said you were afternoon. Okay. Moving on to elementary school. May I have Christine Olden and Raffaella Soriano up to the podium. And their cheerleaders.
You can spread it out with your crowd out. Ready? That's better.
I will start with Raffaella. Raffaella goes above and beyond her role at Brookside. In addition to being an incredible mentor, to her special education team. She is a sounding board for parents, teachers, and administrators. She puts everyone else's needs above her own and remains dedicated to the families around the clock. Rafaela's warm and friendly personality instantly makes any new family or staff member feel welcome at the school. She reaches out and encourages them to apply for the Filling in the Blanks program, follows up when she thinks they may need additional support, and finds ways to support them financially during difficult times of crisis. She also helps mentor volunteers to build relationships with students and encourages them to stay involved. She has led countless fundraising efforts and is always thinking of ways to support the students. This year, she asked her principal if she could turn part of her office into a closet for families. She collected donated jackets, boots, gloves, and more to support those who need it. She delivers turkeys to front doors at Thanksgiving and has built relationships with donors so all students have gifts for the holidays. In addition, she's an advocate for students and what they need. She supports teachers and listens to their concerns. She follows through and is always ready to jump in. She's more than a role model, and her dedication to the field, empathy for families, and a support as a colleague means the world to everyone at Brookside. Brookside wouldn't be the same without her. Christine Olden. Chris provides the perfect balance in a paraprofessional. She combines her many years of experience with the personal touch needed to work with children. Chris is caring, upbeat, and never without a smile on her face, which I can see here. She's an excellent communicator. She always knows when to step in and when to give children the time to shine independently. She's a rare person. Concord Magnet School, can I have Kate Curran and Sue Straffolino up to the podium, please? And their cheerleaders. I'll start with Kate. Kate is part of the international leadership team consisting of Miss Dory, Miss Baradas, Mrs. Chava, Miss Dolan, Mrs. Baker, Miss Katie, and Mr. Nunes. This team meets weekly with Mrs. Scanlon and the principal. They review all types of data and generate ideas for supporting the teachers. These teachers spend a lot of time together, and their ideas translate into actions for the school. Everyone loves working with them. Their dedication to teaching is evident when looking at rising student data, and most important, watching children excel in class. The team never misses a meeting. They are guided by their honesty and advocacy for teaching and learning. On to Stu Straffolino, as I'm told though, Ms. Sue.
Yes.
Miss Sue is the original. She has been at Concord for over 25 years. She stays true to the core beliefs and principles the school was founded upon. Miss Sue is the first person in the building as she cares for and watches over the children who start their day early. And she is the one who sets the children up for student council, all school meetings, and community outreach. Miss Sue embodies the best of Concord tradition. Even though Miss Sue is the Concord Magnet School institutionalist, she keeps an eye on the future. She's the one who keeps everyone moving in the right direction. If I can have Cranberry Elementary School's Sarah Anastasia and Joaquin Coriano.
I was about to say, where are the cheerleaders?
I will start with Sarah. Mrs. Anastasia is a first grade teacher at the Cranberry School. She is an integral member of the community. She is warm, supportive, a mentor who is always willing to offer support or advice to other teachers. In the classroom, she cares deeply about her students and works tirelessly to support the whole child. She made significant contributions to the design of the new school with a big focus on the environment. On to Hakeem. Mr. Coriano serves as a special education para-educator. He supports many students and teachers. His ability to speak Spanish is a bonus, especially for the newcomers. He also serves as our technology liaison. He rides the bus every morning and afternoon, assisting the children. He also always has a smile on his face and a kind word for everyone. Congratulations. On to Fox Run Elementary School. May I have Emily Hare and Lou Salato to the podium, please. That's a lot of cheerleaders.
Cheers.
Yes. My friend had to take it for me.
Good job. Get in between it and not behind it. There you go. Nice. Good. Thanks.
I'm going to start with Emily, who's the speech and language pathologist at Fox Run. Emily goes above and beyond for her students and coworkers. Her energy is so positive and her skills are unparalleled. Her sessions with students are engaging, and students can't wait for their sessions with her. Emily makes herself available to staff for IEP support, and she is a powerful advocate for our PINE program. Fox Run says they're very lucky to have Ms. Hare, who pitches in whenever there's an opportunity to get the best results for the students. On to Lou, and I've never seen so many adjectives. This is how Lou is described by his peers. Team player, sets up with a positive approach wherever necessary. Kind, dependable, dedicated, a talented educator specializing in work with high-needs students, professional who goes beyond regular duties, implementing behavior plans, providing academic instruction, collecting data and responding to care team emergencies. He fosters an environment where play and learning coexist in equal measures. He makes learning engaging and innovative. May I have Christina Mitchell and Mel Cardenas from Jefferson Marine Science Elementary School to the podium, and anyone who wants to come up and support them. I'll start with Christina. Christina has piloted a co-taught special education, general education kindergarten class this school year. She has taken on this role in a positive light. She faces many challenges and difficulties daily and handles them with a smile on her face. Her students are thriving in the environment she is providing for them. If you are to observe her class, you will witness students collaborating together on tasks, para-educators providing scaffolds and differentials to ensure every child is successful. She has created a safe, supportive, and positive environment for all her students. General education, education, and MLL will thrive in. Christina's students are always engaged because she involves them in every part of the lesson through oral language, movement, and visuals. Under her guidance, her students learn to take risk and increase their confidence as they grow into more independent learners. Her students know that they are valued and respected and celebrated every day in her room. Despite her co-teacher leaving in January, she's taken on the role of 2 teachers. She continues to plan lessons for every student and paraeducator. She attends all PPT meetings, collaborates with paraeducators, follows behavioral plans, and collects data on top of her other daily duties as a teacher. She's an ILT member, a member of the school governance committee, and attends many after-school family events. The staff say they are so lucky to have Christina as part of the Jefferson family. On to Mel. Mel's title might be paraprofessional, however, he wears many hats here. He's one of the first faces the children see every morning, rain or shine during drop-off. He seamlessly transitioned into classrooms to teach in place of absent teachers. He supports the 4th and 5th grade remedial math blocks, providing individual instruction and attention to students who need it the most. He provides the teachers and students of Jefferson in-person technology support. I could have you over to my house, please. He fixes computers, arranges for new computers when he cannot fix them, updates system, and supports all things technology. He ran around and laminated all new posters created by Mr. Ferranzi and distributed them to classroom teachers. If he ever gets a small break during the day, you can find him in the library assisting wherever he can. He has created strong bonds with the students while working with them in the classroom, as well as creating fun and engaging STEAM lessons during and after school scholars. He has also cultivated strong relationship with staff members and parents at Jefferson. May I have Nicole Angeli and Jean Menard from Kendall College and Career Academy to the podium, please. I'll start with Nicole first, and I love this story when I heard it. Nicole interned at Kendall, did her student teaching at the school, and then went on to become a first grade teacher. However, her journey at Kendall began as a child when she herself went to the school. As a lifelong Norwalk resident and a product of the Norwalk Public Schools, Nicole is a role model for her students. When she passes by the halls or outside, students yell her name out of excitement. She is an asset to our teacher teams, the Sunshine Club, and School Governance Council. She is such an active member of the Kendall community. Whatever Nicole does, she gives it her all. She is extremely supportive with sharing resources and knowledge. She is always kind and humble and a pleasure to work with. Nicole has shown in so many ways how she is able to engage every student and their needs. If she needs support, she won't hesitate to ask. An amazing teacher is someone with love who can share their ideas, demonstrate flexibility, and continue on their learning path. Nicole leaves a lasting impression with everyone she meets. On to Jean. Jean is Kendall's dear security guard, an amazing member of the school community. He knows all the students' names and most of the families as well. He is friendly, professional, and consistently alert and ready to lend a hand. It is his mission to ensure that the school community feels safe and well cared for. If you are in need of a friendly face to speak in Haitian Creole to a new family, he's your guide, providing the type of emotional safety that all new families need and deserve. His patience, especially these days, is critical. He goes above and beyond by maintaining a smile from the first car that pulls up to drop off their child to the last family leaving during and after an afternoon event. Everyone who enters the building shares that Jean exuberates the Kendall vision to be a welcoming, learning community. If I can now have Mika Smith and Bobby Stoll from Marvin Elementary School and their supporters. Micah.
Wait, somebody?
No, I was just gonna say, just come down this way, just a little bit, squeeze a little bit.
Ready?
I will start with Micah. My apologies for mispronouncing your name. Micah Smith has been a wonderful addition to the Marvin family. Although he has only been part of the staff for 3 years, he has made himself invaluable to students and families alike. Mr. Smith's enthusiasm is contagious. He works with an academically diverse group of students, all with varying skill levels. Mr. Smith's hands-on, proactive teaching philosophy allows him to connect and communicate with band students in an effective way. The students respond to him and are eager to work hard. They know that he will support them as they develop as musicians. Mr. Smith is a team player and is always more than willing to help out anyone and everyone to do anything and everything requested. He is the first to volunteer his assistance and an example to students and staff alike. On to Bobby Stoll. Bobby Stoll is an asset to the Marvin community. Ms. Stoll has generously given of her time for the past 8 years as a volunteer. She comes to school 4 days every week, works with small groups and with students on an individual basis. She helps students to feel successful and grow not only academically, but socially and emotionally as well. When June rolls around, that doesn't mean that we won't see her until school starts again in August. She volunteers daily throughout the Summer Academy program as well. When students work with Ms. Stoll, they know that they are being seen, valued, and genuinely cared for. That rapport helps students to feel at ease and thus to grow. Ms. Stoll's passion for education, creativity for reaching students, and the love that Ms. Stoll's has a passion for education, creativity for reaching students, and she has a love for children is a special gift. I'd like to now call up Robert Raphael from Norwalk.
Ready? Looking good. Nice.
And this is what Robert's peers say about him. Robert is a valued member of the Merrimack community. As an active supporter of the school improvements efforts, Robert takes the initiative to learn new strategies to support student learning, and he seeks ways to get involved in the Merrimack community. Mr. Raphael joined the school's instructional leadership team, offering keen insight into the needs of Merrimack and recommendations for improvement. This year, Rob enthusiastically worked with other team members to launch the Merrimack Morning News program, and he works behind the scenes each day to ensure the technology runs smoothly so the news show can be broadcast live to all the classrooms each day. Best of all, the students love working with Mr. Rob during win time, and many look to him as a mentor and model for success. I'd like to call up Charlotte Jones now from Norwalk Next Step.
I'll hide in the back. Sprinkle line out. Yeah. Ready? Come on. Thanks.
This is what has been said about Charlotte. Charlotte began working for Norwalk Public Schools in 2004 at Fox Run as a one-to-one paraprofessional. She followed her students all the way through high school. Afterwards, she began coaching at Bryan High School, taking students out into the community to practice their vocational and independent living skills. In 2016, Charlotte became the first job coach in NPS's 18 to 22 community-based transition program, Norwalk Next Steps. Currently, she is responsible for taking the young adults with disabilities to work experiences, practice independent living skills, riding public transportation, and social, leisure, and volunteer opportunities, all within the Norwalk community. Charlotte's commitment, first and foremost, makes her an exceptional staff member. She's reliable, kind, a team player, and professional across all settings. Charlotte is one of the most valuable team members of Norwalk Next Steps. On to Rowayton Elementary School. May I have Lisa LaRusso and Brandon Chicatano to the podium.
Ready? Thanks. Thanks.
I'll start with Lisa. For 33 years, Lisa's energy, dedication, and creativity have motivated and guided young minds. Lisa was born and raised in Norwalk and is a Norwalk Public Schools alumni along with her two daughters. Her teaching style helps students reach their full potential while also being engaged in fun, memorable learning experience. Lisa has reached numerous students during her life at Rowayton, having taught grades K1, 2, and 4. She also shares her knowledge with colleagues, having mentored many teachers and pairs. She has a deep knowledge of curriculum and content in multiple levels and skills to utilize high-impact pedagogical strategies to improve student learning. In addition to her impact on students, she has maintained positive communication with parents, collaboration with colleagues, and flexibility in the working environment. She has been an active member of the PTA and School Governance Council and contributes to many school-based committees. Lisa is also known for her popular before and after classes of karaoke and show choir. Besides her classroom duties, Lisa volunteers her time working with young aspiring actors at a local theater. She's made a huge impact on her students and colleagues at Rowayton. She makes an effort to get to know all of her students and believes that a positive school community is applied to success. Lisa's classroom environment theme is the Wizard of Oz. She believes that it is truly no place like home when it comes to Rowayton. Her favorite quote from Maya Angelou is, "I've learned that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel." This embodies Lisa's philosophy of teaching. Brandon Chicatano. I've known Brandon since he was 2. Brandon Chicatano has been a staff member at Rowayton for 5 years. Within those years, he has taken the role of behavior interventionalist and supported in classrooms as a kindergarten and 5th grade paraprofessional. Brandon was integral in successfully supporting students who were learning remotely during the pandemic. His positive energy and strong rapport with students helped them feel connected during a challenging time. His adaptability and flexibility to meet the needs of students and support teachers is unmatched. He has heroically utilized his CPR training to respond to a student in distress without hesitation. Brandon goes above and beyond to support a student wherever he is needed. He has built strong relationships with staff, students, and families. Brandon helps the entire school with recess, lunch coverage, behavioral support, and WIN. He is a strong male role model for Rowayton students. He displays a calm, quiet confidence, and he has positively mentored many students. He can be found actively participating in sports and games at recess with students of all ages. Brandon chooses to greet families at the door each morning to increase the home-to-school connection. Brandon is always someone you can count on in both the staff and students' lives, and Rowayton has said, we are lucky to have you. May I have Sulma Sabaj and Lisa Eckerd-Malik from Silver Dual Model Language Magnet School to the podium, please?
You guys can come in for the photo. Yeah, come on. You can come all the way.
In between it, not behind it. Okay, ready? Thanks.
I will start with Ms. Sabah. She has been with Norwalk Public Schools since 2004 and is instrumental in our third grade team. As a senior member of the third grade team, she is always ready to help out less experienced teachers, collaborate with them, and offer them the necessary guidance. She is a mentor and a friend to many at Silvermine. The third grade team has participated in meaningful improvement cycles for 2 consecutive years. Ms. Sabash has implemented all of the feedback offered and continues to elevate and educate our bilingual leaders world. The Silvermine community thanks you for your service to our swans, and they congratulate you for this much-deserved award. Ms. Malik, she has been with Norwalk Public Schools since 2004. She has been an indispensable member of the special education team. She is also a union steward and an active representative of NEF NFT. Her kind demeanor offers students with disabilities an ear and an opportunity to feel valued. She rides the bus with them in the morning, makes sure they are ready to learn upon arrival, and you can always count on her to support any student in crisis. She continues to elevate and educate our bilingual leaders world. The Silvermine community wants to thank you for your service to their swans, and they congratulate you for this much-deserved award. Could Kevin Downing and Reggie Stokes from Tracy Magnet School please come up to the podium?
That's good. Thanks.
I will start with Dr. Downing. He has worked as a social worker for nearly 10 years. Oh, I thought he was still. Dr. Downing has worked as a social worker for nearly 10 years. From his studies, he learned the importance of embedding social justice approaches into the education setting and overall system. Kevin teaches through the power of recognition. He believes to reach the whole child successfully, an educator must engage in intentional reflective practices with self. He believes that schools are more than a place where students come to learn academically. Schools are places where children and adolescents come together to share a unique experience that will mold their futures. Schools are where students get their first meal, hear their first I love you, search for their first role model, and ultimately engage students' discoveries of their gifts and give them an outlet to shine. Through social work practice, Kevin can embed essential skills, including advocacy and critical thinking, empathy and cultural competency, in hopes of empowering those who influence the lives of our future. On to Reggie. Reggie Stokes is an ABA therapist for the Norwalk Public Schools. His role is to observe students and collect data to address problematic behaviors. He works with students so they can integrate and achieve success academically and socially in a classroom setting. His passion for education developed as a young adult growing up in South Norwalk. Reggie understands the challenges that disengaged youth face. He also realizes that all students are different and that students tell you best how they learn if you just listen. His favorite quote from an old Mahalia Jackson song is, "If I can help someone as I travel along the way, if I could help someone from doing wrong, then my living shall not be in vain." And last, but certainly not least, Wolf Pit Integrated Arts Elementary School, Fran Hakeem and Andrea Martin. I will start with Fran. Fran is dedicated to the learning of her students in every way. She builds a rapport with every student and is committed to the progress and celebrates the progress of each child and everyone. Fran communicates with parents daily about what is happening in the classroom and is a model for colleagues on the home-to-school connection. Additionally, Fran creates a monthly newsletter activities that have happened, including instructional focus areas for the upcoming month. Fran truly deserves this recognition for the work and dedication that she has shown. And finally, but certainly not the last but not least, yes, thank you. I'm tired. The LEAP RBTs and paras are tasked with keeping children safe at all times while simultaneously implementing all individualized educational plans. Andrea goes above and beyond in order to provide a safe and nurturing environment. Andrea shows incredible commitment to making every moment count and celebrates the small and big wins for our students. Kindness, love, patience is seen in all of her interactions. Andrea truly deserves to be recognized for her tireless efforts. And that, I'm glad I started early, concludes our presentation for this evening. A big round of applause again for everyone. There are still some sliders available. I think the bar may have closed down, but I'm having a cocktail. Have a very safe and